Hello everyone, welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host, Roz13, and today we are reviewing the SD Gundam World Sengoku So Ketsuden Sun Jian Gundam Astray. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly. And a quick correction, I think in my unboxing I said that this must have been based off of the red frame or maybe even the blue frame based on the weird thing on the back. But after looking at it more closely and building the thing, I actually realized this thing is based off of the gold frame, specifically the Matsumina version where it gets rebuilt with parts from, I think it's the Blitz Gundam. The main giveaway is the shape of the head, or at least parts of the head. And the fact that it's black and gold. Duh. Anyway, I would make comparisons to my RG Matsumina, but that's at my office right now, and I really want to get this filmed now. And I'm rambling, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the box. Anyway, so we got cool illustration of the Sun Jian Gundam Astray. Man, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these names right. Looking pretty spiffy. Blue Bandai logo, Bandai Spirits 2019, made in China. SD Gundam World logo, Gundam symbol up there. On the side we have same illustration as the front and all the same text, but we also have Gundam info. On this side we have very cool painted painted version of the kit. Looking really spiffy. Mine doesn't look this cool. I panel lined it and that's about it. We'll go into some of the color discrepancy problems in the review itself. On this side, we have same as the other. Whoop, dropping things. And then here we have just white background with the basic warning information and the like. Whoop. Almost did somebody else's stick there. That's enough of the box. Let's take a look at the figure itself. And here he is. And I know I say this for a lot of my kits, but I really dig the way this guy looks. The abundance of the translucent parts is just really cool to me. They use it in a nice way. It looks like he's practically glowing with energy. Sorry, some parts fell off there. Weird. Anyway, so what I was talking about with the head being a reference to the gold frame of Matsumina, you can see he's got this sort of bunny ear thing going back here, and the way this vent is shaped is very Matsumina. Plus, he's got this part that closes up in front of the chin. That's very much what the gold frame does. And so I'm guessing this is a reference to the little wing things that it has. Though, really, it looks more like the giant sword that the blue frame and then later the red frame gets. At least I think that's the order. I'm not an expert on that stuff. Let's go over articulation real quick. Head is on the same sort of ball socket joint setup as before. But your movement is going to be restricted because of the armor on the head and the armor on the shoulders. So he can't really look up much, and he can only look to the side so much before you start really bumping into things. Shoulders have the same little bit of a butterfly joint and ball socket joint allowing for movement. Again, everything is kind of colliding into things, so you have to be careful. Arm is on a ball socket joint at the shoulder there. No elbow, so you kind of have to fake it with the positioning of the arm. Fist is on a ball socket joint and is pretty much unrestricted, so that's good at least. You do have the SD Gundam World ab crunch, which is very impressive. The skirt armors are on ball joints, I think, except for the back, which is stationary. That being said, it's still going to heavily restrict your movement. You do have a knee joint and an ankle joint, though with the positioning of stuff, it is restricted. So that is something to remember about this line, is that it is still an SD Gundam line, so, and a more mainstream SD Gundam line. So it's not going to be the most posable of things. I think it makes up for it, though, by, you know, shelf appearance, though. Trying to make sure it stands flat-ish. Accessory-wise, it comes with its sword, which I think has a special name. What is it? What does the thing call it? The Tategami, as well as the Tiger Memory. And this shows one of the color correction problems where the hilt of this is supposed to be black, and it's not. Personally, I think it looks okay in solid gold, but that could be a problem. On the backpack, you can also pop off these things. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. You don't pop off those. You pop off this part, and then you can attach it to the sword. Make sure I'm doing this in frame. And it shows it going like this as like a little capture claw. At least that's what it looks like to me. But I noticed that you can just bring these together and you just give him a really big honking sword. I mean, look at that. And that looks awesome. It's obviously designed to do this, but they don't call it out in the instructions, and I'm not entirely certain why. But just look at that. That is huge. I mean, let's... It's bigger than him. So overall, I dig this one. I think it might be one of my favorites. Color correction isn't too bad. Getting this out after you put it in is a difficult task. But color correction isn't too bad. And I think the translucent parts really work in its favor on this one. It really makes it stand out, even in comparison to the other ones, which, like, everybody has translucent parts in this line. This guy just takes that and kind of turns it up to 11. Okay, let's pop that back on. Get the sword back in his hand. There we go. So yeah, this one in particular I would definitely recommend to people. And apparently, later in the line, we get to see brothers or family members of this one that are based off the other Astray units. And I'm kind of interested to check those out. I don't have any of them in hand right now. I don't think I have any of them pre-ordered or anything like that either. So it'll be interesting to see those and have them all compared together. So yeah, that's been a review. Oops, I just realized I forgot my comparisons again. Anyway, here he is compared to a whole slew of different SD generations, if you will. With Night Gundam from BB Senshi, a Hakushiki from the last time they did a Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I think they called it like Brave Battle Warriors or something like that. Winning Gundam from Build Fighters Try. And Strike from an older SD Gundam line. And then, of course, the little, what were they calling it again? I can't even remember what it's called now. The little guy that we just picked up not too long ago. And yeah. So, comparisons. Yay! Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. And check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.